Yeah, we are live. Please let's test the microphone. I'll need to test my microphone. You look into the depths of my heart and show love me with the sea. Okay. Alright, so that means I'm visible and my sound is good. Okay, so welcome to today's live stream. I know it's been a long time I've done this, and I still remain Big John Design, and I'm glad to have you on board. So today I'm going to dissect a lot of the designs we have done, but I'll start with one because it's going to be a well detailed video, and you don't have to miss this. I'll try as much as possible to not make it so long so that people that are watching the replay will be able to go through it. So my name is Big John, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't liked, subscribe, or turn on notification, you have to do that. And a quick disclaimer, please: the email design I'm going to use on this live stream is not mine. It wasn't designed by me. It was I picked the best designs across Twitter, or yeah, and I give it to my students to replicate. I always tell them not to share. It's just for educational purpose, because as a beginner, that was what my mentor did to me as well. He gave me designs, not only his own designs, the designs from other great designers, just replicate these things. And then that was what I did. And it helped me to grow faster. So I actually passed down that same strategy. So let's get into it. Before you interact me that I use someone's email. Definitely, yes, I use someone else's email, but it wasn't designed by me. So I give credit to the person. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Let me finalize things. So I'm going to share my screen shortly so that you see the email I talked about and how we are going to design that particular email. So out I'm going to pull out some of the emails they did. Okay, I'm trying to pull out the previous designs they did, and then so that we can do a comparison. All right, so we are on it. Thank you for joining. Please give it a thumbs up and let's go. So, for the context sake, I'm green. Sorry, it's loading because I was wondering. Mention anybody's name going through this, but I just want to let you know that and to dissect this email. This is the original email. You can spot the difference in terms of the logo and also is quite big. So once if you are designing any particular email, one thing you need to understand is that design principle is also very vital here. It doesn't just work on graphic design or UI UX or stuff like that. As long as you are designing, design principle is very important. So you need to put that in mind. And one thing you need to note is typography, spacing, proximity, layout structure, balance, and contrast. And you also need to take note of element and yeah, color psychology is very important as well. And they both did a great job, since they are still starting out. And I think I actually like this one the more because at least um, they keep things um, at least closer to what I was expecting. You get so getting into the design. I'm going to redesign this email as well. I just wanted to keep the original email so that you see how it looks like as well. And I knew that this particular section, this was just cropped out and placed. Yeah, I knew really well because even me when I created this, it was difficult because this is what I did. It was a bit difficult to create that. And yeah, I used this in I recreated this particular um, section because I wanted to use it for uh, a brand, and I just love how it was curved, so I use it for section break. So the one thing you need to understand is one is designing this particular email here. You need to go draw your frame, and I'm going to use 1,000 frame width because why not? This is one 200. Okay, let me use 1200. Sure. And then the next thing you need to understand is what I love to use is layout. I love to work with layout so that it's going to guide my content. So I use layout structure a lot. And you come to this layout guide, you click on here, you see all these things. So I use the mobile grid system because it helps guide my content that it shouldn't exceed this line unless maybe an object, but every text shouldn't exceed this line. Should at least start from this point and at least end here, so there's no overlap. You get me? And then the next thing I'm going to do is understand their color scheme. So they are playing around with blue. So I'm going to come here to see the color they are using. So in case you don't have this liberty of checking out the color they are using, you can also use a colors picker. Maybe this is what I do. Draw some boxes and then use a color picker to just pick out the colors. Just to pick out the colors. They are using white. They use okay. I already picked this. Just pick out the colors. So I needed this linear gradient here, so I can nail down. Um, needed this quite important. Sorry, like I said earlier, this is not my original design. It was shared on X, so I just have to use this. I just wanted to give them more complexity on design, so I picked one of these. And then coming into the design, you get your rectangle. Sorry, are you seeing my screen? Oh, okay, my screen is being shown. Please, if you have any question or anything to say, you can just ask. Okay. So going back there, so that once you draw this rectangle like here, and you pick the color, you see that there's kind of these boxes frame here. So you have to recreate it. It's not that difficult. So I pick my pen tool and I'm going to draw a series of boxes, series of them. Okay, instead of doing that, let me just draw a line so it's be accurate. So once you draw one, you duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you duplicate it around. Okay, make it. So once done, I duplicate this again and I just done it. You get stretch it and boom, I get what I want. So now I have this. You group it, take it inside again, and then you expand it to fit into what you are looking. So if you need to extend this a bit, you can extend this a bit. Yeah. So once this is done, you know that this should be this. It should be that. Well, let's get to see this. I think it's this. So I pick this and okay, yeah, definitely. That's the right color. So once I'm done with this, the next thing is the logo. So I'm going to go to the website and pick the logo. So I'm going to the website now to pick the logo. Let's see what we got. Allowed. Okay. Hmm, that's not there. Yeah, perfect. So I don't just like to just draw, just place my logo just like that. So I love to have it in a frame or inside a rectangle or whatever that is going to give me this guide on how to. I don't like my logo to be so big, so I can just name this logo and then remove the background field and take it in. Okay, should extend it a bit and then still be shrink it in. Shouldn't pass this. Yeah, definitely that's how I want my logo to be. I don't want it to be so big like this. So the next thing, probably let me see, 36 should take it a bit, 25. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to draw a rectangle, like sorry, an ellipse. Then you know it is white. You go to effect, drop shadow, layer blur. You increase the blur to fit. Then you come over here. That's to have this effect here. You can turn it this way. You know. So once you do that, the next thing that you need to understand is you start writing. So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do any writing. I'm just going to copy here and paste the wordings. Yeah, but I'm going to do the design because it's already here. So there's no need of me sitting down to write them anymore. So I'll take it down here and then making sure that it's aligned 100. Yeah, that's okay. So if you understand that I'm working on layout structure, those are the design principles I'm using: layout structure, proximity, typography, the balance, color psychology. Those are the five I've used so far. You need to get to a level that you understand each design principles that they are using. Like a mere looking at the design, you know the principles of design that have been obeyed. But you can also break them. You can break design principles because it's rules. Human create rules, human break rules. So, but as a beginner, you don't need to break any rules. Sorry, you just need to stick to the rules because it's very important. And then after that, you get to these capsules here, and then this fatty bottom. So I'm picking this bottle here, and then Okay, the next thing is the call to action. So um, pick here. Sorry, I 15, 16. Making sure it's don't just okay, 117, 16, 100, 100, okay, perfect. So now that I have the bottle and you also want to get this effect, so yeah, you tried here. Yeah, you tried here. Well, I see that you cut out this and this wasn't the exact bottle. I'm still seeing this background here. And also, yeah, you went a different approach, but you just place the image in without removing the background and using two conflicting background. And also you didn't have that effect in here, but yeah, try. So to create this effect, what you need to do is want to duplicate this. Once you duplicate it, you turn it upside down, and then you take this here. Is it okay? Come a bit, and then because I want to blow out, and there's a white gradient here, so I'll bring this gradient forward, and then I would make it bigger so it can consume that space for me and give me that feel of it. So yeah, something like this. So at this point I can cut it out, you get. So I'm not still done with it, I'm not still done with the bottle, so I come to effect and then background blur, so progressive blur, and maybe I can make it okay, this should be 0, and maybe making this 20 to blow out. Shit, start. Oh shit, no, this should be 20, should be 0. Doesn't show the blowness. Okay, hold on, let me remove this first. I want to see the blowness. Oh, not background blur, sorry, layer blur. I was wondering why it didn't take effect. So I got my layer blur, take it a bit higher. Yeah, yeah, perfect. So after blowing that out, see the bottle is almost lost. And yeah, this was a gradient. Um, so we're coming to pick this color here, and we don't want this to be that obvious. Still need to take this up a bit. Take this up a bit. Then take this. Then blow it out. Okay, so you have that. To that regard, you know that um these lines here, kind of grid lines here, stopped here. So I'd want to maybe blur it out. So I'll still use an ellipse tool. I'll still use an ellipse tool that I'm going to blur out that line. So it's just going to run in smoothly and seamlessly without noticing the harsh reality that, oh, this thing is got out. So I'm still going. So there's a lot of layer blurs and stuff. Once you see great designs, a lot of things are involved to make it look that great. So you see now it's running inside smoothly without knowing, oh, this is where it stop and this is where it doesn't stop. So you make sure that you always make sure it's okay. Then you are going to bring this forward, bring this forward so the effects can go through. Okay. So now that you are at this point, the next thing you are going to do is just to I'm going to bring this text like I did earlier in. The aim is not to sit down to write the whole text because it's quite easy to get text done, but the main thing is the design. So once I'm done, making sure everything is on point. So the next thing that one question I was asked was how to create these elements here. Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky to create elements like this, but I'm bringing out this bottle here and dragging this in. So now this particular image, this is an image, and if you maybe remove the color bond, you see that it's an image effect. You get is an image effect that you can actually use to your advantage. So I use a lot of elements. I use image patterns just to create that background depth, to make your design come alive. So this is the same exact thing that is being used here. Sorry, I don't forget about these capsules. So now once you bring this in here, you make sure that everything here is intact, and maybe adjust it a bit to fix 60 is okay. So this particular you can still make do with this, or maybe you can use a you can use noise. You can use you can use noise. You can use okay, yeah, you can use noise, and you know you can still use noise to achieve something like this. I use noise a lot. You can use noise, but it's though it's not going to give you this kind of paper like stuff, but definitely it's something with as well. Yeah, you don't need to use it in every part of the email. You can just um, use it in this section. So that's by the way. So bringing this in here to be part of the design. So I just want to make sure that it fits in perfectly, and then I increase this to 600. Okay, it's too much. So after this, you have still have another layer blur you need to play around with as well. So it's just series of layer blurs. So now the capsules, I know maybe this might not really be a tough to do, but taking it into consideration, you take this one in here, take this in here. The next one is going. So if you are replicating a design, it should be the simplest thing to do because you just look at what is being done here and doing the same. It's not like you are coming up with the concept, you are coming up with everything afresh. You are just replicating what has been done already, just to get a hang of, okay, this is how this person did this is how this person did that. So now this other image here, and then we still have another one at the back, so just duplicate it and then um is it the same? Okay, yeah, so take it here. Come Perfecto. Send to back, so yeah, got it. So now we are done with that section. So this is a little bit forward out a bit. So now we are done with that section. So now coming over to here, I'm going to draw my steel ellipse tool, stroke, remove the stroke and duplicate it, bring it forward a bit, so duplicate, and so that is it. It's just series of duplication. So once you do that, the next thing you are going to do is to create a linear, should be linear, right? Yeah, it should be linear. So the aim is to, okay, yeah, it should be linear. So the aim of this is to give life to the design, creating that fading in effect like this, like the stuff that they this thing are fading. Okay, they are using white, so we come over here. We can use any color at all. So you can copy it and duplicate. You can just copy this stroke line and okay, come over here and then you paste it here. So everything in here have that same stroke line. So what you need to do is to group it and then you take it in. You get it, then you take it to back and that's it. So at least you have an idea on how to get that done. And then the next thing is still to come duplicate this and then you bring it forward. So now you're almost done with this design. So I'm checking their website to see if I'm able to see some things that have been used there. If not, we still need to come back to it. So I just realized that this is being copied out. This is just an image on their website like the footer. So probably the designer actually got directly from the website without having to design from scratch like I did. That is a plus. So I haven't really seen a lot of those elements he used, especially this. I haven't seen this section, and I haven't seen okay this section here. They are in different formats. So permit me as well. Okay, what you need to do is you can use a plugin Iconify, like to find an icon that you can use, like all the social icons. So I'm just going to show you how you can use. Is it loading? Shit. Okay, it's loading. You can get icons to use for social links and stuff like that. So that's basically it. So what you just need to do, I'm just going to copy this out and paste it here. So this is it. Oops. So if I search for Instagram, it's still going to give me the exact. So if I needed this, I can get it here. Okay, I can get it here or here, any of them. If I needed like Facebook icon, Yeah, I can just basically get just scroll up a bit. You see this, yeah, this is it. This one, this is it. You get, and then TikTok, you still see the same thing. So this one can get it here. Okay, here, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. So you do like Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is better. You can just get these and then you draw a rectangle and fill it in. So it's not that difficult to. I just don't want to maybe okay. This is just it. This is it as well. This is it. This is it. So you see, you can easily create it, and this is also on their footer in their website. So see if I can copy this out and then you bring it in. You see the same fish, just change the direction and you have the fish. It's just this that I haven't seen, but I know if I go to the website, like sitting down to screw, I might be able to find it. But because of time and for the video sake, we are not going to do that. So I've just shown a possibility on creating these exactly. So this one is just for you to write the text and arrange them, and also these also. You can find a lot of these on their website as well. So in as much as you want to get that done, you just take this in here and boom, you have the same email. This is how to replicate stuff. So with designing this, you'll be able to understand a lot of things that have gone down. Yeah, you did a great job here. You tried. Maybe I'll start giving you design something that you can redesign, like making it better, like improving the design. Looking for a design that is not that great, and then you try to improve it. Let me see your level of creativity and how far you have come. But so far, it's been a great journey and a great job. So I'm rating these. Actually, this is my favorite. Yeah, this I like this a lot. Is it the one I just? Oh shit! This is the one I just. This is the original. So let me. Okay, these are the four. So, so this would have easily been my favorite. Yeah, these. At least tried. The font I know it's tricky. You don't need to get it the best. I'm not looking at the font, the typeface they are using. But you'd have gone something sans serif. You'd have used a serif font instead of sans serif. Like I think Times Roma, maybe Times Roma can give you something like that, right? Hold on. Can I think yeah, it can give you something like that. Yeah, probably maybe we use the italics. Okay, it's mixed. Sorry, maybe we use italics. Yeah, or so there are some serif fonts you can use as well. So yeah, this is arguably my best out of these, and surely seconded by these, but I didn't like the fact that we didn't take this to the extreme. There's a lot of gap here, and also there's gap here. So I spot all these things. You might not be able to see it, but I do spot them. And yeah, you did great here. At least trying to get this, but definitely you cut this out. It would have actually make no sense if maybe you cut it out like this and then you blur this section and it blends in smoothly, and also I can see this line here. You did not blur it out, you did not blend it perfectly, so there's a line here, there's a line running through here. I can see it. I've been in the game for a while. they see a line here, there's a line here, so I don't really know the aim of this section and what you wanted to achieve in that regards. And the blurring is harsh, you see, it's very harsh. And the whole thing is very, wow, you saw this, the whole thing is at the edge of the screen, which is difficult. Like if I'm using a mobile device to read this, it's going to be difficult to see all this. I don't know where you get this play button, because definitely this should be at Instagram. But yeah, you tried at least. This you are using it totally off. It's not what is on the website. So always try. And you don't. There was nothing here at all. Like this is just like an half-ass job. Sorry about that. And you try to replicate this. Yeah, I give you that. And icons are not arranged appropriately. This is not how it's been arranged on the website. Always take notes. This is how it's been arranged. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X. This one is Facebook. I don't know what is this X TikTok. You don't just mismatch stuff, and then it needs to follow the website branding. It's very important. The fish wasn't this way, it was this way. Yeah, it's too small, and you here did not put the logo here. I don't know why. I love that the unsubscribe button is a bit bigger, at least it's visible. And yeah, okay, this one just crop it out like I did. Yeah, and you did not underline, and this is not consistent. The science is bigger than our story, and a story is smaller than refer a friend, is smaller than read the book. So you use all cap here, you use title case here, and then you use lowercase here, and then all cap different typeface. It's wrong. Like that is not good. Limited time offer, bet summer, yeah. Take time difference ends tonight. Yeah, you try to create something. This is still good. This is one of the, yeah, this is contrast in color. So we have contrast in color, we have contrast in shape. So yeah, and you tried here with this, but it wasn't big enough. At least it should be big, and there's a lot of white space. There's a lot of space. The proximity. It looks like all these elements here are different. So the rule of proximity is every element that are in group need to be in a close proximity, so that if I know that limited time offer, I might think that this is a different text entirely. So it's different. You see this limited time offer based on, I know that these are in close proximity. After this is this, and then these are in close proximity. So it's very important to take note of that. And then your CTA, yeah, it's not that great. It's not centered. I don't really emphasize on how you are placing the capsule, because you might want to maybe try something different. So it's not centered, and then I don't like this. So yeah, off. And yeah, you tried here at least, but this is not centered, and it's very close to the logo. The logo is even bigger than the hero text. Like this is the first thing I see. You are taking the attention off the main subject. So you have the main subject, which is this should be the first thing they should actually see. But this is what is meant to attract their attention. So in this particular email, we have um once you open this email, the first thing you are seeing is this bottle. This is what we call visual hierarchy in design. Visual hierarchy. The first thing we are seeing is this bottle before you even come to see best summer deal, and then ever, and then the limited time offer. So now you have to reconstruct it again to limited time offer and stuff, and then take the difference. But this is the first thing that is catching your attention. If it is not this, is this. saving up 40% is big enough. You need to actually give more emphasis to objects or elements or text that you want it to be like attention calling. So um this is it, and thank you for staying true. If you have any question, you can ask. And like I said earlier, this is not my design. I'm using it for educational purpose. Please don't drag me for it. I have integrity enough at least to acknowledge that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, or if you haven't liked the video or turn on notification or you comment, please do that. I really appreciate the help and the support for the channel to keep growing. And I will see you on the next one. I still remain Big John Design. You can catch me on X, on LinkedIn, Big John, so you can connect with me, and then you see all the pets and stuff I share to the community. And I really appreciate you staying true. Thank you. And if you have any question, you can ask, drop in the comments. I'll get notified, and definitely I'm going to reply. So I'll stop sharing my screen now. So